Nice. Well, yeah, I figured. And then, you know, some people don't want to be recorded, so that's fine. I don't care.
I'll make funny faces.
So hello. I know you're pretty well versed in Epicure these days because you've been following me for a while, right? Lizette? Yeah.
Yeah.
I should say names. You've got mostly cookware though, whereas Trudy, she's bought mostly the food and doesn't really have the cookware because I think she's got a lot of stuff from Pampered Chef actually. But I know there is one piece of cookware that she's determined to get.
Can you turn the volume up on that side? Hey boys, can you quiet down just a little bit? Hey guys, I need you to quiet down just a little bit.
They get louder. That's pretty funny. Okay, so we're cooking together. We're cooking the tropical pineapple chicken. This is one of our.
I'm just gonna turn off my camera because I'm taking my dogs.
Oh, okay. Oh, how fun. So.
Oh my gosh, I have to try that one. Tropical pineapple chicken. It's yum.
Trudy's made this one for her family, and all of them loved it. When she was cooking it the first time, she said she could hear from the other room, wow, that smells good.
It sure does. I mean, I sure will.
It's pretty good. I love this one, and this one's actually pretty versatile too. So all of our meal packets for Martha, since you may not know about Epicure, have you ever heard? Okay, sweet. All of our meal packets, it's meant to make dinner easier, simpler, less complicated. So you get all of your flavor that you need for your meal in here. And then on the back is the recipe. And then the bold bits are your groceries. So you've got your grocery list, you've got your recipe, and you've got all the flavor that you need. We don't do the fresh part because that helps us keep the cost down of the product. So most Epicure meals average around $4 per person. It's not too bad. It's a little bit cheaper than like HelloFresh or Blue Apron and those kinds of meal deliveries. Plus, we're really clean. We've got what's called the Never Ever list. Does Trudy have her catalog there?
Catalog, but this is the old one. I have the other ones upstairs.
Old one still works.
On the Facebook post.
Okay, sweet. Right inside the front cover of all our catalogs is our Never Ever list. And that is the list of all of the things you will never ever find in Epicure products. So there's no artificial anything, no artificial flavors, colors, sweeteners, no high fructose corn syrup, no MSGs, no GMOs, no nuts. There's no tree nuts. So we are nut free and we are completely certified gluten free from our factory. So people with celiacs or a lot of health issues, this is really safe food for them to eat. Good, clean eating. So that's who we are. And then basically our mission is good food real fast. So our mission is to figure out how to get people to eat well, but without spending all day in the kitchen. So we have limited cookware. We're not Pampered Chef. We don't have all the things. We have very limited cookware, but all of it is very specifically designed to make things easier and faster. So you guys are making the same meal, but I'm going to demonstrate our few pieces of cookware that we have just to kind of show what makes it a little bit easier. This meal, actually all the meals are really versatile. So like if you don't like chicken, you can substitute something else. You can substitute steak or turkey. If you're vegan, you could put tofu instead. If you have an allergy to a veggie that we're adding in, like I know I have a customer that has a broccoli allergy and she got beef and broccoli. I think it was her husband, I'd never heard of that allergy. That's crazy, all the allergies that people have. So I said, use anything, you know, can he eat cauliflower or can he have like snap peas or bell peppers? I think she determined he could have bell peppers, so they did beef and bell peppers with the same packet. So, you know, they're really flexible. You can sub out anything. I have a neighbor who loves creating her own recipes from these things. So she'll tweak everything. She'll change out the protein, she'll change out the veggies, and she comes up with a completely different meal. I'm not that creative. I do this. Right. This is all I do. But you can. There's a lot of flexibility there.
For me, I got I was looking for the
sugar snap peas, and I still cannot find just them. So I bought a bag of mixed veggies that had it in it.
Yeah, there you go. Whatever works. Yep. It all works. Let's see. What else can I tell you about the product? If you have a particular way that you like to cook, like you like to cook in your oven, or you like to cook on the stove, or you like to cook in your crock pot because it's a set it and forget it thing, we have packets that fit with each of those different cooking styles. I've discovered I like cooking in the microwave because it's just easy. And I'm lazy. So there's actually a lot of meals that are designed to be cooked in the steamer in the microwave. So that's kind of what I tend to lean towards. But there are some people that freak out about the microwave. They do not want to cook in a microwave. So we have other things too. Just kind of depends on what you like. So I'm gonna start cutting some stuff up. This is actually an Epicure knife. It's a ceramic, so you don't need to sharpen it. I think Pampered Chef had some ceramic knives at one point. I really like it. I will say though, because it's ceramic, it's fragile. If you drop it, it's going to break. It's not like a metal knife that will just dull. It's gonna break.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, so yeah. I don't know if it's the best knife to have around kids.
Is that knife in a dishwasher?
Yeah, it's dishwasher safe. So is all of our silicone. And actually I think everything can go in the dishwasher. That's one of the things that Epicure likes to do because it makes cleanup easy. They don't want you having to hand wash anything. Everything can go in the dishwasher. I don't know if you guys saw me cutting my onion here. One of the things I like to do when I cut onion is I leave the root intact because it keeps my onion together until I'm ready for it all to come apart, and then I'll cut the roots off and my onion's already done.
Look at that. There's something over there.
So that makes it a little quicker. When I cook these packets too, it's just me and my husband. We don't have kids or any kind of family, anybody else in our house. So when we cook these, they'll last us like 3 days. These meals make a lot of food. I will say though, if you have big eaters in your house, like kids or husbands that don't weigh 130 pounds, I don't know how I ended up with a little guy. You can make the recipes bigger if you need to, just bulk it up with more protein and veggies. Or like us, if you want, you can cut the recipe in half and just use half a packet, save it for later. Sometimes I'll still make the full packet because we'll take it for lunch. We both deliver mail, and so we take a sack lunch every day, so we'll make dinner one night and take it for lunch the next day. It works out really well for us. I got a pepper hack too. This is like the one thing that I've gotten feedback about that people love watching me do at my cooking classes. I don't know why. It's like the one thing that sticks with people is the bell pepper hack. So I cut off both the ends and then slide the knife in through the side. And it's almost like you kind of just unroll it while you're sliding the knife. And it cuts all that middle part out for you. So you don't have to like rinse out the seeds or anything. It comes out in one chunk.
That's a nice hack.
So that you don't have seeds and veins and stuff all over your cutting board either. It's pretty quick and easy. I don't know if you guys can see too, I have this like roll-up rack here. I keep it over my sink so I can rinse my veggies and it'll drain, and it kind of extends my counter space a little bit. So that's something Epicure has that I just like. I know people that go camping, if they have like an RV or something, they really like that thing because the kitchen in a camper is really small. And so having that to go over a sink is really kind of nice. Plus you can use it as a trivet. So if you take like a hot casserole, or like when we take the sheet pan out of the oven, you can put it on there so it's not right on your countertop. It's covered with our silicone too.
I like it. I have it.
Oh, do you? Oh, Lizette, you do?
Roll out. I have it. It's really, it helps me a lot for a lot of, everything in it.
Do you use it like when you're rinsing your veggies and you put them on there to kind of like drip dry too?
Well, I'll have them on the colander, but let it drip dry. Yeah, just kind of through the colander, depending on what I'm
Yeah, there are.
There are. Also, when I wash my containers, my purple containers,
Oh yeah.
and just kind of letting them dry while I'm finishing something else, and then just put them on. I mean, there's a lot of use for them.
Yeah.
For that, for me, yeah.
Totally, you can use it as a dry rack. Yep.
Okay.
I saw that some people that actually had it in a camper trailer, I saw them do a cooking demo in their camper, and they did use it as a dry rack like that, like with the cutting boards and stuff. They actually put it through the slits, and like the knife, you can see the corner kind of, right? Not really. They put the knife like down through the slits. So it works like a dry rack. Kind of fun.
Yeah.
Several of the things I'm using in my demo here too are host specials. There are things that you can't buy, you can only get as a host special. This is one of them. This was an old one though. This is just a mixing bowl with a rubber bottom. That was a host special. There is something else that I was going to use, and I don't remember what it is now. That was a host special. Oh, the whisk. I got a whisk. What else? I've got the stuff that's going to be the May host special, Trudy, that you can see if you're interested in that. And the host specials are optional. You don't have to get them. The cool thing is, though, since we're doing this at the end of May, if you roll over some of your host rewards into June, you can get the June host special too. That one is more for grilling. Like there's a thermometer. Oh, I forgot. I suck at this. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. I'll keep track. But I know it's specifically around like grilling. Probably for Father's Day stuff. So, with Epicure, one of the things that we do is we actually just throw our like meat and our produce all together, which is crazy to me because I was in the restaurant business for 20 years and that's like sacrilege. You don't mix your raw meat and your produce. See, right? You don't do that.
I don't like to do it in general, but certain recipes do it and it's worked so far, so.
Yeah, same. It kind of horrified me the first time I saw it, but now I'm totally sold on it and I do it all the time. One of the things I like to do now, because I don't know why, I'm kind of lazy, I use kitchen shears to cut my meat. It just seems like it makes it easier. I don't know why.
I've seen, gosh, where did I see this? I don't know. I think it was on Instagram. I saw kitchen shears being used to, no, it's not kitchen shears. Well, it looks like it, to chop up like some, just any vegetables.
Yeah, you can do vegetables too.
Yes. Yeah, I thought it was just more for cutting meat, but I don't know.
I use...
For chef.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
They sell it salad chopper, but you can use it for anything.
Oh, okay. I could see that. Salad chopper.
Yep.
That makes 2 cuts at once, yeah? That's kind of what it looks like it does.
Yeah.
Make it a little faster.
It does make it go pretty quick. My onion's too big for my slicer.
Oh, no. Do you have a mandolin?
Huh?
Was it a mandolin?
Yeah. Pampered Chef.
Oh, yeah. I have both a Pampered Chef mandolin and an Epicure one. How funny is that? The Epicure one's really simple.
Which one do you prefer? Just curious.
It depends on what I'm cutting, because there's some stuff that's like, the Pampered Chef one has like a chute, and so it has to be a certain size to fit in there. And so like this one, it's just a handheld one, so you could do any shape or size on this thing, but I think the Pampered Chef one's faster, honestly. It just kind of depends on what I'm cutting. I have have a lot of Pampered Chef stuff. I have like all the things. I have, well, not from Pampered Chef, but I have other things. I have a crock pot, I have an air fryer, I have a Instapot, I got a lot of things. And the funny thing is I never really cooked until I found Epicure. I have all the things, but I didn't cook. I don't know what sense that makes, but I may think maybe if I thought I bought the thing, I would start cooking, and I didn't.
That will do.
Right? So I have to refer back to recipes all the time because I'm not natural at this. What the recipe says, I guess I could talk to my, in a large bowl, combine a pound of chicken breast, a bell pepper, an onion, the snap peas, and pineapple chunks in juice. I forgot the snap peas, they're in my fridge. I don't think I'm gonna use all of these. This is a lot of snap peas. It calls for 2 cups. Let's see if these say washed and ready to eat. Yes, they do. This is an Epicure thing. It's just a little prep bowl. Actually, Pampered Chef has these too now. It's 1 cup volume, so I like to use them to measure. Just quick and easy. Yeah, that was only like half a bag. I'm gonna stick the rest of this back in the fridge. And then I didn't buy canned pineapple. I actually bought fresh pineapple, but I don't think it really matters. Pineapple's pineapple. It does say to use the juice though. But there's juice in here, so I'm okay with that. Pineapple. And then the other thing it says to use is 2 tablespoons of melted coconut oil. I know Lizette likes to use coconut oil, but I just have olive oil, so that's what I'm gonna use. And again,
I use both. Yeah, olive oil and.
Do you?
Olive oil and coconut oil. Yes, but I want to use is that called the trivet or the that you put the oil.
Cruet.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Yes, I still need to make my oil and put it in there. That would be awesome. I need to do that.
Right? We have one, Epicure, you know what? I think they discontinued it. Epicure cycles through their stuff seasonally.
It did, because I saw it and I'm like, oh, wait, and I thought of buying one and I'm like, no, you have one. Or I have one, I just haven't used it yet, so.
There you go.
I think it's pretty cool. I need to use it.
I do too. I like to make the salad dressing in ours, but I'm not gonna pull it out because you can't get it right now. So anyway, Epicure does things seasonally. So like in the winter, they come out with a lot of hearty things, a lot of soups and stews, cornbread, feel-good food. In the summer, they come out with like the grilling things and like all the teas and fun patio stuff. So about halfway through the year, we kind of cycle through. One of the funny things I like to do is I cut off the bottom of the packet. So that way I can still refer to the recipe. Like a tripod. Stand it up like that. And I can still see the recipe once I dump the ingredients out. Because I need recipes. This is another Epicure thing. It's all the different sizes of measuring spoons on one spoon. So that way you don't have like it on the ring, all the different ones. You just have one spoon. The shape of it also too is conducive to our jars. So like half of our seasonings and flavors that we have come in jars. So this bad boy goes all the way down in the jar. So that way when you pull flavor out. I like this. This is actually really popular for gifts. Like my mom's bought a bunch of these and just given them to people for Christmas and stuff. 1, 2. So that's it, that's going in there. This is Epicure tongs. They're made from silicone. So they are grippy, like they're not gonna slip out of your hands. And they have little rubber nubbins in here too to kind of grab onto the food. You could probably, if you had a bigger bowl than I have, you could probably just shake this instead of kind of trying to stir it like I am. This is just my big bowl. Are we at the same step?
Yes, we are.
Sweet.
I've got my bowl with all my stuff in it.
This is my favorite part of the, well, second favorite part of the cooking process, when you open the packet and all that flavor gets dumped in, because you start to smell all the deliciousness. I start to get hungry. Okay, so now this is one of the cool things that Epicure has that kind of saves time. It's our sheet pan liner. I think Lizette fell off. See, there you go. You got shake going on. It's faster. I love this thing because it basically replaces like foil and parchment paper for you if you like to cook in the oven. The pan itself never gets dirty. And this will actually fit most sheet cake pans. The ones I had before I bought the Epicure one, it was just a smidge too big, but it still worked, so it was fine. You don't necessarily need to buy new pans. You can just buy the liner if you want. And this is dishwasherable, so like nothing sticks to it. You just rinse it off, throw it in the dishwasher, and that's your cleanup. It's really, I love this thing if you're gonna cook in the oven. I'm gonna make sure I put everything that I was supposed to in here. I think I did. So one of the steps that I didn't talk about was preheating the oven. And I actually did that. Did you preheat your oven?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't think to say it, and that was one of the things I did before I hopped on the call, because I am notorious for forgetting to start my oven, and then I get, so my oven's been on for like an hour. I always forget that part. It smells really good. This is one of my husband's favorites. He really likes the pineapple with the chicken.
That's my favorite part, is the pineapple.
Is it? I think we had this conversation. It's a little different for me. I had to get used to the pineapple because I never liked pineapple until recently, and I still only like fresh pineapple. I can't do like anything pineapple flavored, or I don't know. Kind of weird that way, I guess. But I eat it. It's pretty good. All right, so that's it. This is going in the oven for 16 minutes. So like, this can be all that you do for your dinner. A little bit of prep, you put it on the thing, stick it in the oven, and then 16, 20 minutes later, dinner's done. What I normally do, what I normally do with all of these meals is I'll get it going like that, and then right when we get home from work, and then because we work for the post office and we're outside delivering mail all day, I'm covered in dirt and sunscreen and who knows what else from being outside all day long. So once I get it popped in the oven, I'll go take a shower, and then when I get out of the shower, dinner's done. And it's so nice to just, like, your kid's pretty small actually. I know that there was a lady who was really excited about the steamer at one of the classes that I did about a year ago, because I was like telling her you could do anything you want. You know, if you have a small kid, you could go give your kid a bath, get something else checked off the list. And she, like, you could see the fireworks going off, and she's like, I need one right now. She was sold. Like, you could throw dinner in and then go do something else. She was really sold. And actually the steamer is what got me sucked into Epicure in the first place too. I'm gonna demonstrate some rice in the steamer right now. I love doing rice in the steamer, like the jasmine rice that you got, because it takes 10 minutes. That's it. It's so fast in the steamer. So this is our, let me get that out of the way. This is our multi-purpose steamer. It's the square one. And this one is the one that comes with that tray that you can do bacon. This is on Trudy's to buy list, right? This is your mission in life, is to own this thing. Because you can put raw bacon in here on this tray, put the lid on, and about 5 pieces of bacon is about 5 minutes in the microwave. I've found that here in New Mexico, because we're a mile high, I have to do everything a little bit longer. So like the stuff I just stuck in the oven, I put it in for 18 minutes instead of 16 minutes. The bacon I have to do for 6 or 7 minutes as opposed to 5 minutes, but it actually makes it really crispy, which is kind of crazy. You wouldn't think that it would actually get crispy. You would think it would stay soggy, but it gets crispy because I think what happens is the grease drips out the bottom. So you're getting less grease. Your bacon isn't saturated in the grease like it is on a pan. And then when you're done cooking, all your grease is in the bottom, and you can just fold this and drain it out into a cup, toss it away, rinse it, throw it in the dishwasher, you're done. There's no grease splatter anywhere in your kitchen. It's all in the steamer. So this is Trudy's, I know for sure. So I'm gonna do rice in it today because this is really fast. When you get this steamer, it comes with a little card that has like a cheat sheet. So it gives you a cheat sheet on how to do pasta in here. Instead of doing it on the stove, you don't have to boil water anymore. You can now do pasta in here. And it only takes about 8 minutes.
We're buying it.
Nice. He's like, no more boiling water? Sold. Right?
He's so funny.
I love it. My husband started cooking all his own chicken in here now because he likes to make a chicken sandwich. So he'll make, yeah. It's kind of funny what they get out of it and how it's going to end up helping them. Anyway, you can do rice, quinoa. Oh, my neighbor next door, she loves to do potatoes in here because it's really fast because it steam cooks everything. So you can do a baked potato in like 5 minutes. I think it depends on the size of the potato. It can take a little longer than that. But if you like chop them up, it's only like 5 minutes.
Bao buns in that?
What was that?
Bao buns? Have you ever had those?
Nope.
Oh.
What is that?
It's kind of like a steamed dumpling.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a Chinese food.
You can try it and let us know.
Yeah.
I've had it before.
Oh, that's anything you steam, I think can probably be done in here. I just wouldn't be able to tell you how.
I think because you have the rack in it, it would work because it just can't come in contact with the water.
Oh.
So I think it would work, but I didn't know for sure.
Are they
Okay.
Are they like pre-made and then you just steam them?
Well, he wants to make them all from scratch, but yes, you can buy them and cook them on your own.
Oh, nice. Okay. I might look that. I might ask in my how do you spell that?
B-A-O.
B-A-O?
Uh-huh.
That's
Bao
it?
bun.
Bao bun.
As a bun. Bao bun.
I'm Googling. Well, I'm just gonna ask in my consultant group.
Okay, go.
That's scissors. So for rice, for rice, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So I'm gonna do a cup of rice with 2 cups of water. And this is just jasmine rice. A little bit more. I got like generic Walmart brand jasmine rice. Nothing fancy.
I love the aroma of jasmine.
It's becoming my new favorite rice. I like how it's kind of sticky.
I haven't made rice in it yet. I don't know why. Or quinoa.
In the steamer?
I need to.
Dude, this is so easy.
Yeah.
You're gonna freak out when you see this. So a 2-to-1, right? I don't put the lid. We're just gonna put the tray over And it's going in the microwave for 10 minutes and that's it. It comes out fluffy. It's crazy.
So just water and rice?
Yeah.
No oil or?
No, you don't need to add any oil. Sometimes I will add our Epicure broth, but because the broth is seasonal, you can't buy it right now. But we have a ramen broth. This is my favorite to add to it. It's actually a ramen broth, and it adds a lot of really awesome flavor. But we have just like a vegetable broth and stuff too. This is like, would be like adding like a bouillon, but this is incredibly low sodium. Like regular broth and bouillon has like 1,000 milligrams or something like that. This has, I think, like 30 milligrams. It's substantially better for you. It is. I wasn't going to bring it out though because it is seasonal and you can't get it right now. Actually, you can get it, but it's part of the Epic Life collection, which is a big collection, and it's a really good sampling of all of our different things. There's like some dip mixes in there. There's some packets in there, and then there's some jar seasonings in there. And the Epic Life collection was actually designed for people who are on a mission to get healthier and really want to use Epicure to do that. I do it. A lot of people do it to lose weight. I do it just to eat healthier and to get a variety of things. There's like a guide, which is like a cookbook that it comes with. And then it will even tell you like what to eat for breakfast, what to eat for lunch, what to eat for dinner, to exercise and stuff like that. But that's a whole different thing. And I didn't even know about that when I first found out about Epicure. I just liked that I could throw everything in the microwave and go shower and I come back to a healthy dinner. That's really what got me with Epicure. But there's so many different things that could fit people's lives and fit their needs. So actually, while that's in the oven, just so you guys don't get bored, I was gonna make dessert. This is our chocolate pudding. I asked Trudy what dessert she would like me to show, and she said, chocolate. I said, okay.
I don't love yet. I don't love cheesecake, sorry.
Oh, cheesecake? I know, my husband loves cheesecake. But I haven't made that one yet, so I'll make it for him later. This would be like the equivalent of your Jell-O pudding, but again, cleaner because there's no artificial ingredients and no excessive sweeteners. Let me see, what are the ingredients? The ingredients are, it's coconut palm sugar, and then cocoa powder, sea salt. So actually, this is not going to be very sweet. I've made it before. It's more of like a rich cocoa flavor of pudding. This is actually kind of a fun one for kids though, because kids can make this themselves. You just add milk. That's it.
And you said like almond milk or
Any kind of milk.
okay. The package you buy from the store, you have to use milk. You can't use like substitutes because it doesn't work.
It says any choice of non-dairy milk. Try with your choice of non-dairy milk, top with fruit, layer into a parfait. I've seen people pour this stuff into popsicle molds, so they have a fudge-sicle.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, you can get crazy. People get creative. I'm not that creative. I do what's on the back. But I've seen that there's a lot of options here. One of the things that I would, if I had kids, I would totally do this, is I'd make those dirt and worms. I'd crush some Oreos up on there with some gummy worms. I would totally do that, because actually I might do that as an adult. So let's see, this is just this with 2 cups of milk. I will say that if you have like an electric mixer, it's gonna get mixed a little bit better. I just have a hand whisk. Oh, it's really, again, you open the packet and the smells hit you. I'm using skim milk because that's what I have. If you're gonna make this for kids, I would use a thicker something. Oat milk would be really good. Vanilla soy milk would be really good. But I have skim milk. That's what I have. So that's what I'm using. And a hand whisk. And this actually sets up in about 10 minutes too. So by the time dinner's done, this is gonna be ready to eat too. this was fancy little Epicure whisk. That it was a Hostess special. I actually think this whisk came with the bowls that have the silicone on the bottom. I think it was 2 months ago that it was the special. I've actually had this where I was stirring it and it started to get thick on me while I was stirring it. It thickens up pretty quickly. I do chill the bowl ahead of time though, so my bowl is nice and cold. That's it. There's a couple tips on most of the packets too. So this one, if you wanted to turn it into a Mexican chocolate pudding, you can add a little bit of like a chipotle chili. I'm not that brave. Or you could make like a mocha pudding where you're, instead of 2 cups of milk, you do a cup of milk and a cup of coffee, and they give you a mocha flavor. That I would eat. So do you guys have questions so far?
How many questions? Okay, we're good on this end, I think.
Can you smell the chicken and stuff?
Smells good. I forgot to start my timer, so I have to check it.
Oh shoot. Did we put it in at the same time?
I think I was just a little bit behind you, so
Okay, cool.
I will check it when you check yours.
I put mine for 18 minutes because of the high altitude as opposed to 16, and mine has 5 minutes left.
Okay, well, I'll probably do it when you do yours then, because I literally think I was right behind you putting it in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what I saw. That's what I saw you do.
Nice.
I have a question, Erin, and I know I've asked this before.
Uh-huh.
But I always forget the answer, and I forget to buy it. All that to say that I have 2 multi-purpose steamers.
Yeah.
Because I love my first one.
Yeah.
I need the second one.
Yep. Me
My
too.
big household of one. And so I haven't gotten the round steamer. What's the difference? That's my question. But I guess I'm gonna say all the others.
I'm gonna get it.
What's the difference between the round steamer and the square steamer? I guess I think round maybe was more for soups, or I think you can do everything in there.
Yes, you can do everything in the round steamer that you can do in the multi-purpose steamer,
Okay.
but
that's what it is.
the round steamer does not come with the trivet. So like the bacon and stuff, you won't have the trivet. And for like rice, you won't have that trivet, which is what I put over the rice. But this is substantially more sturdy because the lid actually fits inside the like rim, I guess. So this is more like a Dutch oven. It's reinforced, so it's not as squishy as the multi-purpose steamer. It's more rigid. So soups are really good for this. Anything really heavy, if you're going to do a lot of pasta. I actually did a pasta dish a couple of weeks ago where I cooked the noodles in here, and then I did big shells. So I stuffed the shells, and then I put our mac and cheese pasta sauce over it with some broccoli, and then I actually put this in the oven and did it like a bake, like a casserole. All of our silicone can go in the oven up to 425 degrees. Some stuff that's more rigid, like this one, can go up to 450 degrees. So you can use this like a Dutch oven in your oven or in the microwave. You can do a whole chicken in here. Like if you get a little 3-pound chicken and you want to do a rotisserie chicken, that's going to be something that's really heavy. So this is great for that. The multi-purpose steamer, which I have 2 of also because I always have one in the dishwasher. I have one that I'm cooking with and one in the dishwasher. Is about the same size, but it's a little bit more shallow, which you can't really tell. For whatever reason, it seems a little more shallow when I tried to put the chicken in there, because I tried to do a rotisserie chicken in here too, and it seems like it stuck out of the steamer a little bit more. What I love about this one is because it is really flexible. If you cook something in here that tends to get greasy, like if you cook ground beef in here, you can just fold it and drain that grease out. So it's really handy for that kind of stuff. I tend to cook a lot of ground beef. We make tacos once a week. I love doing the lettuce wraps. We usually use ground turkey, but same thing. You can just squeeze and drain. The rice is done. Because it comes with that trivet, it is a little more versatile. So like if you are a one-person household, Lizette, like you could put your meat, like your breast of chicken on the bottom with your seasonings, put the trivet in, and then you could put your veggies on top. So you have them separate still, and then you could stick it in like that. I have seen them do the trivet where they actually will turn it upside down and they'll pull it out like a tray. Let me see if I can find my other trivet. Well, we'll just do this.
I've missed that part where you use it upside down.
I've never used it like that, but I've seen people do that. It's, can you see all the steam coming off?
Now I can.
It's hot, so I don't want to stick my fingers in there because it's hot, so I'm just going to use a spoon.
I was trying to say, please don't burn yourself.
I know, right? I only did 10 minutes. I actually think I needed to go.
Wait like a minute or two. Oh, sorry.
I only did 10 minutes. I think I need to go 12. Again, the high altitude thing. So what you can do with this is if you put this upside down, you can put your meat and your veggies, and then you can use this as a handle to pull your meat and your veggies out. I'm going to put this back in for like 2 more minutes. And actually the oven's going off in like 20 seconds. Did that help answer your question, Lizette? The main difference between the two?
Yes, I had forgotten, and I need to get the round steamer.
Yeah, they both have pros and cons. So like if you do like to do a whole chicken or you like to do soups and stuff like that, I do really like the round steamer. Or if you're cooking a lot of volume that's heavy, the round steamer is nice because it's more rigid. I tend to use the multi-purpose like all the time.
Yes, I use the multi-purpose every day.
Yeah.
I cook my dog's food in there, and I also do my dog. Well, they get ground beef. So I mean that's
I hear you.
They
Mine get
like
chicken
have one
breast
and
every
another.
day. Yep. Mine, yeah. Barney got some lemon
And the
pepper
round
chicken.
one, I have to figure out if I like it. I'm just wondering the volume, right? But
Oh. Actually, I think they're really comparable in volume.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to say too, all the silicone can also go in the freezer. So if you,
Oh, that's one thing I wanted to ask was, okay, yeah, I learn every single time, and I always,
I know, right? So we
I
have,
learn every single time, and then I finally am like, oh, I should have gotten that too, so.
right? We have smaller things like our little mini loaf pans and the little rectangular steamer. I like those for the, for freezing things because they're so flexible that if once you put your stuff in there and freeze it, you can literally pop it out. So that's kind of fun. Like you can freeze sauce in here or soup, and then when you're ready to pop it out, you can just pop it out like that, or you can reheat it right in the silicone. I kind of like these. All this stuff is in my dishwasher. Oven. We gotta get the stuff out of the oven. Oh yeah. I know you guys are gonna see that in person over there, but all the chicken is cooked, all of the veggies are tender, it's super juicy, it smells amazing. Let me see if I can show this on my other on the recording so people can see how amazing that looks. I wish everybody could smell it. Okay, so then the rice. Show you guys the fluffiness of the rice. Ah! Can you see? Fluffy, fluffy rice. Steamy, steamy. I don't know, it looks like the glare just makes it look white. I don't know if you guys can actually see that it's like how fluffy it is. It looks like just a white blob to me. Let me try over here. You see how fluffy and done? Maybe if I, that helps, huh? Oh, there we go. It's yummy, that's all I know. Yummy and delicious rice. What else? The chocolate pudding. So I could just plate some of this up real quick. I'm already eating it. How'd yours come out, Trudy?
It looks delicious. I just took a picture so I could share it.
Oh yeah.
I'll share that once we're done. Sarah, you want to try some of the meal?
One of the things that is kind of fun to do, like, I used a green bell pepper, so you can't see the difference between the snap peas and the bell peppers. So if I would have used like a red bell pepper, it's going to add more color to my plate, which I actually really like to do. I like to add a little bit of color from all the different rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, because I think it gives me the most, oh my gosh, that's good. I think it gives me the most nutrients. I don't know why, that's just a little myth. Trudy, do you want to see what the host special is for this month?
Sure.
Let me bring those over. So I'm going to stop recording because that's pretty much it for the class.